Good morning, wonderful people. I hope you're having a great start to your day. I would like to take a moment to talk about Steven Crowder. This is the point that we're at, Turning Point USA. So now Steven Crowder is going to make the C word trend. He's going to make verbal abuse, public verbal abuse of women, a thing. That's his legacy. That's his contribution to society. Verbally abusing women online like it's normal, like it's acceptable. Steven Crowder is extremely uncivilized, and he's obviously complicit in this Charlie Kirk false flag, psyop, whatever it is. He is obviously protecting his masters. Steven Crowder. What a sad excuse of an American. I can't even imagine what kind of karma you have coming your way, buddy. But I don't want to be there when it does come, because it's going to be ugly. Because what you just did should get the attention of every woman around the world. We are not going to tolerate this. We're not. We're not going back. We are your equals, Steven Crowder. Whether we have a difference of opinion or not, we are your equals, and we deserve respect. Again, waiting on the public apology to Candace Owens, too. I haven't heard that. What you said is disgusting. And the fact that you have a platform just makes it so much worse. How many views did that get? How many likes did it get? Where you're verbally abusing a woman on your platform. How many likes did that get? It's a pervasive sickness amongst these people, these Turning Point USA types of people. They're morally bankrupt because of what they've engaged in to get their success. And now verbally abusing women is going to become the norm? I don't think so, Steven Crowder. I don't think so. And this goes for all of you men out there, and the women, and the feminist, masculinized women who want to act like men. If you're going to verbally assault, attack a woman publicly, you're going to have problems. And your problems are going to grow and grow and grow until they just blow up in your face and completely destroy your career. That's just what happens. We see it time and time again. That's why we say, give them more rope. Just ask Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. And they had a good run too, Steven Crowder. But it's not sustainable. What you represent is not sustainable. It's the antithesis of sustainable. TPUSA has become a death cult. And literally, I mean, I could say metaphorically, but literally, they murdered their leader and got away with it so far. Or it was fake. I actually think that Charlie Kirk really was assassinated. I'm not in that camp that thinks it was all faked. The camp that thinks it's faked is too cute to me. It's too, don't worry, don't do anything about it. We got it under control. You know? No. I think that they killed him. I think that they murdered Charlie Kirk and they took over the organization. And I think it's for multiple reasons. And now Steven Crowder and all you other people out there attacking those of us who see through your lies and are spreading the truth and trying to get to the bottom of things. There's too many of us. You'll never be able to stop us. The truth is going to come out, and it's going to happen a lot faster than you think. So get your apologies ready now, or you can go down with the sinking ship. It's your choice. Let me read this to you real quick. OpenAI signs $300 billion contract with Oracle cloud computing deal. On September 11, 2025, OpenAI announced a significant $300 billion deal with Oracle to purchase. That was weird. To purchase computing power over 5 years, aimed at expanding its data center initiative known as Project Stargate. This agreement is one of the largest cloud contracts in history and reflects the increasing demand for AI infrastructure. And, according to my notes, this cloud computing deal requires 4.5 gigawatts of power. 4.5, here we go. Oh, wow, it's here too. 4.5 gigawatts of power. Okay, this here it states, my notes are actually better than this retarded AI. Their notes state it's equivalent to electricity consumed by approximately 4 million U.S. homes. Yeah, but you know what else? I have that in my notes. Here, look at this. Guys, AI is not superior. So these are just like some of my notes. Real quick, on day 1 after the assassination, I started paying attention to who was doing the wheelings and dealings, right? So in my notes, I have, 4.5 gigawatts equals power generated by more than 2 Hoover dams, or energy consumed by approximately 4 million homes. So yeah, I'm smarter than AI apparently. We all are, you guys. Don't buy into this garbage. And just in case it's related, that deal was signed one day after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. You know what happened on day 2 of the Charlie Kirk assassination? I'll read it to you, because I looked it up. I kept track of what everyone was doing in the days following Charlie Kirk's assassination, because I just had this really sneaky suspicion. Do you remember when I said this? Hi, I hope you're all doing well. I was just checking out the news this afternoon, and I came across an interesting tweet. Kind of got me thinking. Now, I like to get my news from all different sources, from far left to far right, everything in between if I can, just to get an idea of what's going on and narratives that are being pushed. So this was kind of an interesting tweet regarding Bannon. Now, I think probably most of us know who he is. I don't promote him in any way whatsoever. But let's see what I'm talking about here. All right. Bannon makes a great point, this guy. Chernovich says. Now, Bannon was talking about Kirk was assassinated in cold blood by left-wing Antifa. Radical, we don't need more, working together, okay. Who helped him? Who was he talking to? Round up the accessories, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's being said that, he made a good point. It was a good Christian family who turned in the killer. Law enforcement didn't solve anything. Do we know that this is a good Christian family? I'm not sure where that information came from, but regardless, it says basically the FBI hasn't done anything. So, makes me wonder, are they pushing a narrative? Are they pushing a narrative law enforcement isn't good enough, that they need more tools, they need better tools, they need a way to find people faster than, less than 2 days? Because if they are, I think we all know what they're talking about. They're talking about mass surveillance. So is this the narrative that they're going to slowly creep in to our news cycle? Or is this just, a random statement? I don't know. Let's file it away. We'll file it away. We'll come back to it if we need to. Just keep it in the back of your head. And if you see anything else like this, let me know. Drop me a link. Thanks. Bye, guys. Yeah, and then right away, what do we have? OpenAI signs $300 billion contract with Oracle. And I believe Israel did some bombing, but Israel does some bombing all the time. So, yeah, day 2. Desert News. Cox's disagree better represented by Miriam Viray. Press confirmed, sponsored by Mormon Women for Ethical Government. They used the Charlie Kirk assassination to launch their new website, Turn Toward Us. Turning Point, Turn Toward Us. Turning Point USA, Turn Toward US. Anyway, put together quick. Just 33 hours after the assassination, they had this website launched, up and running. I don't know if it's still up. I haven't been on there since. But when I was there, this brand new website launched, was just day 2 after the assassination. Had events scheduled through the month of October. So you're telling me within 33 hours you organized all these dozens of events all the way through to October. Bull crap! You liars planned this assassination. You're all in on it. So, being that they are Mormons and have connections to the CIA and the Vatican, Freemasonry, I would certainly hope that you're going to look into Cox and all his little minions in regards to child trafficking as well. Day 3 of the assassination. CNBC. Hours after the assassination, Patel declared the subject was in custody. The 2 men he was referring to, they were detained and released. And then Patel posted on X. Now Patel, his name came up with these Romanian angels. I mean, I certainly hope that you're going to look into Erica Kirk and her Romanian angels, and then Patel too, of course, because he's obviously in on this conspiracy of the Charlie Kirk assassination as well. So, day 2. You know what else happened on day 2? 2 days later, right after the Charlie Kirk assassination, Erica vows that she will keep hosting and says he was killed for preaching message of patriotism. Discord removed Tyler Robinson's account due to their off-platform behavioral policy. So that was also day 2. I remember the first day after it happened as well, Governor Cox announced that one person was responsible for what happened here. That's what he said, one person. How could he know that? He couldn't possibly know that. The day after the assassination? I mean, I guess he could possibly know that if he was involved in the assassination, right? Yeah. But obviously we're seeing that there was a lot more than one person. And the FBI also said that, right? The FBI said he worked alone. Yeah. Okay. Reported at apartment complex 2 days after. Remember that? They went to his apartment. Discord spokesperson refuted that messages about planning details were sent on their platform. So Discord goes against what the authorities said. You know, Governor Cox stated the roommate showed law enforcement the messages, the Discord messages affiliated with Tyler. Okay. Law enforcement Discord affiliated with a Tyler reference to retrieving the rifle from the drop point, leaving the rifle in the bush. Okay, so we have Discord and the authorities. Not adding up. The message reference about planning do not appear to be Discord messages, said a Discord spokesperson. So, do you think maybe the government created these messages and Discord knew that they were fake? I don't know. They said they were after where roommate was recounting the contents of a note the suspect had left elsewhere. So Discord is saying that that message, you know what, whatever. These people are nuts. Okay. I don't know. Where's my day 4? I lost my day 4 notes. Not cool. Okay. I can't find my day 4 notes. So we're going to skip ahead to day 5. Reported by Newsweek.com on September 15th. Still looking for motive, but kept stating... Okay, they kept looking for a motive, but they kept stating it was transgender, right? So we don't know the motive yet, but, you know, back on what, day 3 or day 2, Governor Cox was saying that this is definitely caused by left-wing ideology. Worked alone, left-wing, transgender. Hello, they're pushing an agenda. They're just trying to make us hate each other even more, right? Oh, and then we had Patel on Fox Friends on day 5. And then it talks about the DNA on a screwdriver left on the rooftop, as well as a towel wrapped around discarded weapon, positively processed. And text message between Kirk and an unnamed individual. Kash Patel doubled down. He had the opportunity to take out Kirk, and he was going to do it because of his hatred of what Charlie Kirk stood for. So this is a quote by Kash Patel regarding Tyler Robinson on September 15th, day 5 of the assassination. He said Tyler Robinson had the opportunity to take out Kirk, and he was going to do it because of his hatred of what Charlie Kirk stood for. Okay, Kash Patel, you know that we don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth, right? I don't even know why you speak anymore. The family collectively said, and remember, this is the good Christian family, LDS. This is not Christianity, so they cannot be a good Christian family if they're not Christians. Anyway, the good Christian family collectively said he subscribed to left-wing ideology. Cox said on CNN official charges to be filed Tuesday, and that was day 6. That was September 16th. And much more evidence and information then. But I didn't ever get a lot more information. We just went straight to the court proceedings, right? Of this Patsy. What is this person? Is he just a bad actor who was paid and then he's going to be released? We know Tyler Robinson didn't do this. Oh, we have some names here. 9:30. This is September 30th. TPUSA State U featured Alex Clark, Senator Mike Lee, Representative Andy Biggs, former Representative Jason Chaffetz, Governor Cox, Alexandra Clark, podcaster from Culture Apothecary, seriously, was AKA Spillover. And we have Poplitics, this person also known as Alexandra Gates. 2019 began career, lives in Arizona. Stated, Erica met Charlie at an interview.
Know that nothing is by mistake.
Bill Burgers.
Nothing.
In New York City. That's
I
weird
will never
because
forget
I
the time I was in
keep hearing that
Israel with my
didn't
husband.
she say
That was
they
the
met
second
in
time, but the
Israel
first time with
and
my mother on a
Ireland?
pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket
I'm
line.
pretty sure I remember.
And I
an
remember
interview.
looking behind
Thought
me.
it was Erica Kirk.
And in the snake of the
Definitely
ticket
somebody
line was a
claiming
guy
that
who
Charlie
looked very
Kirk
familiar.
and-
I had no
I
idea
really
who
think
he
it was
was.
Erica. I'm going to have to pull it
And
up.
I told my mom, this guy looks
But
so
this
familiar.
Alexandra Clark woman, witch, Etsy witch, I don't know, maybe, stated that Erica met Charlie at an interview in 2018 at Bill Burgers in New York City. Charlie proposed, looks like less than 2 years later. They got married. So he proposed 2020, they got married in 2021, they had their daughter in 2022. This is certainly a whirlwind romance. This is 100% a whirlwind romance. They knew each other less than 2 years before they decided to spend the rest of their lives together. They had children right away. This is just really sad. This is really sad. Here, listen to this. The board said Charlie intended Erica to be the CEO. And this is according to Alexandra Clark interview. The board said Charlie intended Erica to be CEO. What, you mean upon his death or just in the future? This Alexandra Clark person also said that she grew up with them. How can you grow up with them if they didn't even know each other? She goes on to say that God knew that he was going to be assassinated, and that's why he brought Charlie and Erica together so that she could take over. This is all part of God's plan. See what these psychopaths are spinning here? And that Erica knew him better than anyone. Even though she's only known him for 6 years, she knew him better than his family, his best friends. She goes on in this article to push women forward, right? You're seeing the ultra-feminism, the rise of this in TPUSA. Oh, and also, by the way, just a couple days before he died, he said that he wanted 6 months paid maternity. You gotta watch this interview. I don't trust these people at all. So we have all these people in Turning Point USA, huh? All these people in our law enforcement in the state of Utah and our federal government, our own departments of justice and our departments of defense are in on this. This is insane. And people like Steven Crowder have the audacity to verbally abuse women who are speaking out against this assassination, this huge cover-up. And this is just what? Just the tip of the iceberg, if even that. You know, the more that you're going to come at us, the more we are going to deliver the truth to the world. Because it just motivates us, you know, to dig a little bit deeper, to get to where we need to be in order to stop the disgusting, uncivilized people like Steven Crowder and those who are running Turning Point USA from spreading their filth, their Luciferian agenda to our youth. And I think murdering Charlie Kirk, I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Everybody was just going to accept your ridiculous narrative. It's like you didn't even try on this one. It's like you didn't even try. You think everybody's just going to believe this and then accept a whole new, total transformation of Turning Point USA, and they're just going to eat it up and love it. And you're going to be even more successful than ever, right? Because you got Charlie out of the way and his morality. That's what it was about. It was his morality. He was a little too honest, right? A little too much of a critical thinker. He went from being an asset to a problem, especially for Israel and, I believe, this administration. Because very slowly, we're all still waking up to the fact that Donald Trump lied to us. And this whole AI, digital ID, globalist agenda, Charlie was against that big time. Well, it's all going to be exposed, and I pray God protection for those of us who are out there speaking the truth, especially for Miss Candace Owens, does not deserve this abuse. We all deserve love and respect. We all do. And like I said in a previous video, I mean, this is America. We have Christian values. We don't have Catholic values. We don't have Mormon values. We have Christian values. And that includes love and respect for everybody. We are all equals. We love and respect everyone. Okay? That's what we do. That's how we live. We live by that. And if you can't live by that, you don't belong here. You don't belong in America. If you think that you're superior to others, you don't belong here. You're a problem. You need to leave. I wish we could just round you all up and ship you off, because you don't belong in America. Assassins, liars, elitists, pedophiles, you're all being exposed, and it's just a matter of time before Turning Point USA goes under. And you know what? I personally want to be a part of those who take you down, TPUSA. It's just a matter of time. Especially if you have people like Steven Crowder saying disgusting things about women. Most disgusting things about women. You have people like that, you're going to go down hard and fast. And I'm going to enjoy watching it. And I think a lot of other people will too. And I hope you all end up in jail where you belong. It's just a matter of time. I think Candace is like this close. This close. That's why people like Steven Crowder are behaving in such a desperate fashion. I mean, they're desperate, right? You have to be desperate to behave like that. And you certainly are no Christian. That's like Vance all the time. Like, he's a Christian. Hopes his wife can, transition to Christianity because he's a Christian. I don't know a single Christian that goes around publicly cursing on television. That's not Christian. You can't even control your mouth, JD Vance, and you want to run the country and you can't even control your mouth. You are a vulgar man. And why do you wear makeup? I don't know any Christian men who wear makeup either. I honestly, no chance, Vance. He's a part of this too. And I would not be surprised one bit if Erica Kirk has done the rounds with both our president and vice president at some point. Because, that's what Jezebels do. Honeypot, Black Widow, whatever you want to call her. That's their fruit.
Who helped him? Who was he talking to? Round up the accessories. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's being said that, he made a good point. It was a good Christian family. But regardless, it says, basically, the FBI hasn't done anything. So, it makes me wonder, are they pushing a narrative? Are they pushing a narrative law enforcement isn't good enough, that they need more tools, they need better tools, they need a way to find people faster than, less than 2 days? Because if they are, I think we all know what they're talking about. They're talking about mass surveillance. So, is this the narrative that they're going to slowly creep in to our news cycle?
Okay, so Steven Crowder, right? Steven Crowder. Got any scandals? Everybody's got scandals when they're famous, right? Let's find out Steven Crowder. What's going on here? Okay, this is funny because I don't even know what his last name is. Is it Crowder or Crowler? I don't even know. But let's see here. We got any scandals? He's got to have scandals, right?
Hopefully the UN can play a constructive role, and it will also be one of the early projects under AI. Let's see how good it is, because a lot of people are saying it could be one of the great things ever, but it also can be dangerous.
All rich people have scandals, right? Steven Crowder has faced multiple scandals, including allegations of sexual harassment from former employees who described a toxic work environment and inappropriate behavior. Does that surprise anybody after listening how easy that disgusting word came out of his mouth publicly? Does this surprise anybody? Additionally, he has been involved in legal disputes related to defamation and labor practices, further complicating his public image. A conservative political commentator and YouTube personality has been involved in several controversies, raising concerns about his behavior both personally and professionally. And he's not professional. I do not consider him a professional. Now he's just, an instigator, a troll, and a woman abuser. This is abuse. What he's done is abuse. He is a woman abuser. In May 2023, a leaked video shows Crowder berating his then pregnant wife, Hillary, during an argument. This incident led to accusations of emotional and mental abuse. Probably called her the C word too. Hillary's family publicly stated that Crowder had a pattern of abusive behavior which he had concealed from friends and family. Not anymore. He's doubling down on his abusive behavior now. Divorce proceedings. Crowder and Hillary are currently undergoing a contentious divorce. The leaked video has intensified scrutiny of his personal life and behavior. What video is this? Oh, not doing her wifely duties? Is she a C-U-N-T? Steven Crowder? For not doing her duties?
I love you very much. I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you, and the fact is, when I go, look, I need an A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it, you go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous.
This was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore.
Yeah.
And in the state of Texas,
I wonder why somebody wouldn't want to be married to you, Steven Crowder. This is sad. You're destroying yourself. You are destroying yourself, Steven Crowder. So sad. Look at all this. You've been abusing women for far too long. You need to go. America needs to be done with Steven Crowder. Published April 26, 2023 and updated April 30th, the messy feud between Steven Crowder and Candace Owens explained. The right-wing culture warriors, Candace Owens and Steven Crowder, are in the midst of a bitter feud sparked by a video in which Crowder announced that his wife was divorcing him, implying that Owens had crossed a line by publicly hinting at his marriage troubles. So what? Goodness. Like Owens, Crowder identifies as a conservative Christian. Give me a break. People love to throw around that word Christian, and all they do when they do that, all they're really doing is making other Christians look bad and turning people away from Christ, and it's so sad. The two content creators seem ideologically aligned, but began feuding back in January after Crowder turned down a $50 million deal to join the Daily Wire, which he described as a slave contract. Well, even Steven Crowder had standards, apparently. Crowder went on to accuse the company of engaging in big tech censorship in a video which sparked an intense feud with Ben Shapiro, co-founder of Daily Wire. See, it is possible to agree with criminals and abusers on some issues. Like, even with this abusive man, I can say, hey, you know what? Big tech censorship really is a problem. We have so many in this country right now who just, if you disagree with them on one thing, that's it, man. That's it. They're done. And that was something Charlie Kirk fought against. And just to be clear, I'm not even a Candace Owens fan. I'm not. I'm not a Candace Owens fan. I'm not a TPUSA fan. I'm not a fan of any of these people. This isn't about them as much as it is about us. It's about women in general. And what we've had to do to get equal rights in this country and around the world. And there's tons of women, millions of women around the world who don't have these rights. I mean, they're living in nations now that are telling them that this is all you get. That's all the world gets of your body. That's it. Right? They don't even let them remove their masks when they eat. They have to eat, come on. Are you kidding me? They can't drive, they can't go to school, they can't leave home, they can't even speak. We have fought so hard to get to where we are as women in this country. We know that African slaves, males, had the right to vote before women. We know how you men have treated women for thousands of years. That was one of Jesus's goals, was to elevate women in society, and the Catholic Church just destroyed that, didn't they? Along with all these other psychopath males out there who think that they can verbally abuse women publicly and get away with it. We're not going back. We're not going back to the days where men can kick us out of the home and call the police on us and then take the kids and sell them. Because that's what was happening in the 20th century here in America. We're not going back to the days where men complain about us, get us locked up, and have parts of our brain removed. We're not going back to the days of asylums, where men just put their wives in asylums when they were done with them. Or women who were outspoken against the government got lobotomies. We're not going back to those days, Steven Crowder, or anybody else, for that matter. You're not going to get away with verbally abusing us in public. And apparently, you're not even going to get away with it in private anymore either, because of all these cameras. But you're certainly not going to get away with this, Steven Crowder. And all the other men out there who think that they can take away our rights and silence us and abuse us. You're not going to get away with it. We're not going to tolerate it. We're not going back. I just want to make that very, very, very clear. Make it very clear what this is about. Protection of women. We're not going back. And we'll fight again if we have to. But our laws make it very clear that we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to. And I hope you get sued. And I hope you lose your platform, as well as everybody else who believes that they can abuse women. I hope you all lose your platform. And I hope we can make an example out of you very, very soon.
Acting like a baby.
I'm not a baby, I'm a man. I am an anchorman.
You are not a man. You are a big fat joke.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am. You're just a woman with a small brain. With a brain a third the size of us. It's science.
I will have you know that I have more talent and more intelligence in my little finger than you do in your entire body, sir.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
You look like a blueberry.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Well, you have bad hair.
What did you say?
I said, your hair looks